Hey Run Junkies, we are 25 days out from the Walt Disney World Marathon weekend, the Goofy and the Dopey challenges. It seems to be getting more real every day, and I do want to get into my training in just a minute, but before that, I want to tell you about all of the things that are coming up in the next week on this channel. As many of you know, the Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend Virtual Event Guide has come out, and once again, I will be bringing you a breakdown of all of the important pieces of that guide. However, since this is the biggest event on the Rundisney circuit, I want to break this video down into two parts. The first part is going to be the expo, transportation, logistics, and things like that. The second part will be a course map walkthrough for all of the races. Those two videos will be coming to you in the next couple of days, so please subscribe so you don't miss that. Also coming up this week, I have a lot more to talk about with regards to Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend. I'm going to talk about tapering for this event. I'm going to talk about managing your park time. I'm also going to talk about some holiday eating tips just to keep yourself healthy for Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend, and I'll probably have a couple of other fun things as well. But I will be bringing you a brand new video every single day this week, so please subscribe. There's just a lot of information to go through as we get ready for Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend. Okay, so now back to my training for this week. This was actually a recovery week for me. So my longest run was 8 miles, and the total mileage on the week was about 23 miles. It always feels like recovery weeks should be easier, but since your body is doing exactly that and recovering, I find that recovery weeks are probably the hardest week, even with the low mileage. Getting motivated for recovery weeks has been really tough for me, just for any training cycle, but this one in particular. I've had to prioritize some of my workouts too, because I'm just not getting it all in, and I have to own up to that fact that the running has to come first, and then maybe the walking, and then the PT and the foam rolling, and then way down the list is gonna have to be the TRX. I'm still trying to get some of that strength in, but the running, because that's the most important piece of it, that has to come first. But we've also had some really weird weather here in the States, and here in Denver, we just finally got our first cold snap. But what's confusing me is that some of you in the South had snow. What is that about? We haven't even had snow yet. I mean, I'm not complaining because we had a lot of snow last year and a lot of cold, and it actually got in the way of my training. So as far as I'm concerned, Mother Nature can wait until after the Dopey Challenge and it can snow all it wants after that. But along those lines, I'm seeing people ask whether or not you should run outside in inclement weather or if you should just run inside on the treadmill. Now, there are a couple of schools of thought about this. First of all, if you can run safely outside, my personal feeling, my advice would be go run outside regardless of weather, if you can do it safely. If there's ice on the ground or it's just prohibitively cold, stay inside, hit the treadmill, or reschedule that workout. Because running in all kinds of weather is going to prepare you for whatever Mother Nature decides to throw at you on race day. It may be cold and miserable to run for an hour or two in the rain, but at least you know you can do that. So if it's gonna rain on race day, you have that preparation. Running on the treadmill can also be harder on you than running outside, so be careful when you're doing that as well. I just encourage people to run outside as long as you can safely do so. Okay, coming up for my training this week. This is my biggest week of this training cycle and really for this whole year. I have 36 miles planned on the calendar. I can probably do a little more if I'm feeling strong, but this also includes a 20-mile long run. I also have probably 15 miles of walking planned as well. So this is a big week for everybody. Just get a lot of good rest, stay healthy. Before I go today though, this is a quick reminder of the Walt Disney World Marathon YouTube meetup. We've got Rez Runs, Joyful Miles, and myself will be on the boardwalk near ESPN Club on Friday, January 5th at 4 p.m. We all hope to see all of you there. So my question for you today is this: did the weather throw you a curveball this week? And if so, how did you handle it? Please leave thoughts, questions, comments, and suggestions in the comment section down below, and as always, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Like I said, please subscribe. Lots of great Rundisney content coming up this week. But that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Get out there, go find your awesome. Until next time, happy running.